Chosen one, lock your attention on this message right now. You did not find this recording by mere chance. The system wants you to keep scrolling, but the Holy Spirit orchestrated this exact intersection in time to deliver a crucial warning. There is a reason your life has felt overwhelmingly heavy lately. The sudden exhaustion is not a mistake, because you are currently standing at the very edge of a massive relational breakthrough. Take one deep breath slowly. Drop your weary shoulders. Heaven has a very specific verdict about your romantic destiny. God is connecting you to a younger partner for a divine purpose, and this is the exact truth the enemy tried to hide from you. I need you to stay with me, because this revelation changes everything. The strange isolation you feel right now is the very first clue. You have been fighting battles nobody understands. You smile while carrying a spiritual weight nobody sees. Every single night you go to sleep feeling deeply drained, even when you have not done any physical work. Your spirit is utterly exhausted. People think you are remarkably strong, but inside you are running on empty, because you always give until there is nothing left. Think about the past relationships that broke your heart. You poured your golden energy into people who only took from you. They misunderstood your beautiful silence for weakness. They gladly consumed your pure light while leaving you completely in the dark, and you thought you were failing at love because every single door eventually slammed shut. Heaven was watching every tear you cried in secret. Those past connections did not fail because you were inadequate. They collapsed because those individuals could not carry your massive frequency. You were acting as a spiritual shield for partners who refused to heal themselves. You absorbed all of their chaotic energy just so they could have a moment of peace. But that is not a healthy or normal dynamic. It was a rigorous test you did not even know you were taking. God saw you making excuses for people who treated your gentle heart poorly. You kept trying to fix broken situations that were clearly designed to destroy you. And because you have such a pure and forgiving heart, you probably would have stayed in that deeply toxic environment forever. So heaven had to intervene forcefully. God stepped in to violently remove them from your sacred path. That divine removal is exactly why you feel so incredibly alone today. The sudden quietness in your everyday life is probably terrifying. Your phone does not ring as much. Your social circle has vanished. But this deep isolation is not a punishment for anything you did wrong, because it is actually a divine quarantine meant for your absolute safety. God is simply protecting your precious energy from further spiritual theft. In this silent season, you have been doing the truly hard work. You have been healing your deep wounds completely alone. The nights have been painfully long. The silence has been incredibly heavy. But you did not run back to the toxic familiarity of your past, and you bravely stood your ground in the empty void. This quiet obedience is exactly what heaven was desperately waiting to see from you. Because you held your ground, a massive shift has just occurred in the unseen realm. You can actually feel it right now. There is a strange anticipation sitting heavily in your chest. It is the unmistakable feeling that something profoundly beautiful is rushing toward you. Your long season of being a spiritual bodyguard for broken people is permanently over, and the universe is flipping the script in your favor. The specific person stepping into your life carries a completely different energy. This younger partner is not arriving by some random chance. They are a divine appointment orchestrated long before you were even born. They carry a unique frequency that is perfectly tuned to your weary soul, and this connection is meant to bypass all the trauma you accumulated over the years. It is pure spiritual alignment. You might wonder why heaven would deliberately choose someone younger for you. The Matrix will loudly tell you that it does not make any logical sense. Society will try to cast doubt on the validity of this match. But you are a generational cycle breaker, and you are not meant to follow the rigid rules constructed by a deeply flawed world. This younger partner possesses a vibrant spiritual clarity that you desperately need right now. Listen to your weary spirit right now. Type 777 in the comments today. Make a bold physical declaration to the universe that you are finally ready to receive this. Take another slow, deep breath. Do not let your mind wander away from this sacred frequency, because I need you to stay completely locked into this crucial moment. What I reveal next will uncover the exact reason why this had to happen now. The profound loneliness you are experiencing right now is completely misunderstood by the world. The sleepers in the Matrix view isolation as a tragic failure of character. They truly think you are alone because you are somehow fundamentally broken. But the delay of God is never a simple denial of your happiness. It is absolute exactness in the spiritual realm. Heaven had to isolate you to prepare your tired spirit for this specific union. Your isolation is not a punishment for anything you did wrong in the past. It is a divine quarantine designed to protect your frequency from the heavy chaos of the world. You have always been a powerful spiritual shield for other people. You absorbed the toxic energy of everyone around you just to keep the fragile peace. But you cannot enter your new season with that same draining chaos attached to your beautiful soul. The universe had to literally empty your room so the right person could finally walk in. Every empty chair at your table is a space intentionally cleared by the Holy Spirit. If heaven had brought this younger partner into your life last year, you would have been way too exhausted to receive them properly. You would have accidentally ruined the beautiful connection because your mind was still heavily clouded. You desperately needed this quiet season to break the heavy chains of your survival mode. A glorious masterpiece of God cannot be rushed by the impatient demands of society. You are the chosen cycle breaker for your entire family bloodline. The intense spiritual warfare you survived left you with a severe exhaustion that standard therapy cannot easily fix. The quietness you feel now is actually the gentle sound of your own deep healing. I want to pause and name something incredibly important before we go further into this revelation. Over the past 20 years, a neurologist in New York named Dr. Daniel Barone has been studying a massive breakthrough. He was looking at a scientific discovery that won the Nobel Prize back in 1981. He conclusively proved that the two hemispheres of your brain were designed to work in perfect sync. But in most adults, that vital neural synchronization simply switched off without warning. Dr. Barone built a divine physical tool from that profound medical research. It is widely known as the genius switch. I am not going to explain the entire mechanism to you just yet. For now, I just want you to hold on to one very specific and important question in your heart. What if the fog you feel was never your age or your discipline? What if something was simply switched off at the neural level and it can actually be switched back on? We will absolutely return to that exact truth in just a moment. But first, you must deeply understand the hostile spiritual environment you just escaped. You cannot step into this new divine match if you still secretly miss the toxic people God purposefully removed from your life. The enemy desperately wants you to look back at your past with deep regret. The system wants you to believe that you lost those people because you were simply not good enough. But heaven declares something entirely different over your life today. You did not lose those people at all. You completely outgrew them. Your spiritual frequency expanded so rapidly that they could no longer comfortably breathe in your sacred space. This brings us directly to the painful truth about your past connections. You have always felt like the misunderstood outcast in every single room. You were the black sheep who never quite fit into the family dynamic or the normal social circles. From a very young age, you could step into a room and instantly read the hidden tension. You saw directly through the fake energy that everyone else gladly ignored. That powerful intuition was never a symptom of earthly fear or mental weakness. It was your sharp spiritual discernment operating exactly as it was divinely designed to. But that same bright light inside you became a massive threat to the people who preferred to live in the dark. They could not manipulate you easily, so they systematically tried to break your pure confidence instead. Every time you tried to lower your standards to make them comfortable, your soul felt like it was dying. You were shrinking yourself to fit into tiny rooms where you were meant to rule as a king. Heaven watched you constantly compromise your own peace just to avoid being abandoned by people who did not value you. That is exactly why God violently shook your reality and forced those closed doors to remain permanently shut. You are not meant to heal people who are fully committed to staying completely broken. Your divine assignment as a cycle breaker does not mean you have to be a tragic martyr for toxic relationships. You have finally paid your dues in full. The universe is officially releasing you from the heavy burden of carrying their generational trauma. Take a slow breath and let that heavy weight drop from your shoulders. The younger partner coming into your life will never ask you to shrink yourself. They are specifically chosen because their vibrant spirit instantly recognizes your immense authority. They do not carry the stale and bitter baggage of the modern matrix. Their youthful energy is the exact antidote to the heavy spiritual fatigue you have carried for decades. But you must let go of the past completely to receive them. Do not look back at the burning bridges behind you. The fire that destroyed those old connections was intentionally lit by the Holy Spirit. It was a holy purification designed to perfectly prepare you for the season of quiet authority. You are finally stepping out of the brutal wilderness and into your promised land. But to understand why this new person is your perfect match, we must look closer at your hidden enemies. Listen carefully to this next profound truth about your spiritual journey. We must urgently talk about what the enemy desperately tried to hide from you regarding your past. The people who walked away from you did not leave because you were heavily flawed. They fled because the intense spiritual light radiating from your soul was completely blinding them. They simply could not hide their dark demons around you. You possess a very rare and powerful spiritual gift. Complete strangers naturally confess their deepest secrets to you without even knowing why they are speaking. Your mere presence acts as a massive mirror that forces people to look at their own unresolved trauma. For a chosen one, this is a beautiful and healing spiritual ability. But for someone heavily controlled by the Matrix, looking into that mirror is absolutely terrifying. Those people did not actually hate you. They hated the pure light inside you that relentlessly exposed their very comfortable darkness. When they criticized you or called you too sensitive, it was never about your actual behavior. It was a calculated spiritual attack by the elite matrix to keep your vibration firmly suppressed. They knew your awakening would eventually destroy their intricate system of control. Think back to how incredibly drained you felt after spending time with certain family members or old friends. You would eagerly enter the room feeling vibrant, hopeful, and full of pure joy. But within an hour, a sudden, heavy brain fog would roll heavily over your mind. Your creative energy would completely vanish into thin air. You were literally being robbed at the spiritual level by people you trusted unconditionally. This phenomenon was not normal physical fatigue. It was active spiritual warfare happening right beneath your conscious awareness. They were energetically feeding on your glorious light because they stubbornly refused to cultivate their own. You were the only reliable source of pure spiritual oxygen in their entire lives. So they subconsciously chained you down to ensure you would never rise above their toxic level. The narcissists and the emotional manipulators in your past were actually sent directly by the enemy. Their specific assignment was to keep you trapped in a perpetual cycle of heavy self-doubt. If they could successfully convince you that you were the ultimate problem, you would never step into your divine authority. You would spend your entire life endlessly apologizing for a spiritual crime you never actually committed. But heaven did not leave you utterly defenseless in that incredibly dark season. God finally allowed the deceptive mask to slip off those people. You saw their true malicious intentions with crystal clarity, and it probably broke your gentle heart into a million pieces. The betrayal hurt you deeply and profoundly, but that painful revelation was the exact catalyst required to sever the toxic energy cords permanently. God had to forcefully clear the stage of your life. The universe absolutely cannot bless a chosen one who refuses to let go of dead weight. Heaven was actively preparing to send you a partner of immense spiritual value. But if your hands were still tightly gripping the painful ruins of your past, you would have absolutely no room to catch the massive blessing. The brutal clearing was entirely necessary for your survival. You might still feel the lingering sting of those old betrayals today. The enemy desperately wants you to carry that bitter resentment into your next beautiful chapter. But I boldly decree right now that the heavy mantle of survival mode is completely falling off your tired shoulders. You are a masterpiece of God. You do not need to seek validation from people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your beautiful silence has officially become your absolute greatest weapon. You no longer need to explain your complex soul to the sleepers of this world. Let them assume whatever they want about your quiet and sudden retreat. You have proudly entered the sacred sanctuary of quiet authority. Your pure energy is way too expensive to spend on their cheap drama. You are fully anointed, deeply protected, and finally free. Because you successfully passed this rigorous test, the spiritual atmosphere around you is fundamentally changing. The group that came against you is actually turning on each other right this very second. Deep confusion is heavily hitting their once united camp. What they wickedly whispered in secret is currently being shouted from the rooftops. You do not even have to lift a single finger to defend your precious name. Karma is currently handling them with absolute divine precision. Your only job right now is to remain completely grounded in your newfound peace. As they panic and frantically scramble for control, you are being quickly elevated to a position of untouchable grace. This is the ultimate vindication that heaven promised you long ago. The season of you being a footstool for their fragile ego is permanently over. This brutal clearing of your past was the final and most important preparation step. God swept the room completely clean so the younger partner could enter without any lingering interference. This new connection is completely different from the chaotic, karmic cycles you barely survived. They will never drain your precious light. They will proudly stand right beside you and help you amplify that beautiful frequency to the world. But there is something profound you must clearly understand about this specific person. The universe is deliberately sending someone younger to boldly challenge the rigid limitations you placed on yourself. This surprising age gap is a pure divine orchestration. It holds a very powerful spiritual key meant only for you. It is beautifully designed to unlock the dormant power resting inside your mind, and I will explain exactly why. The universe is deliberately bringing a younger partner into your life. This specific age gap is not a random coincidence. It is a highly strategic move by the Holy Spirit. Older souls you dated in the past were too deeply programmed by the Matrix. They carried too much heavy trauma that they stubbornly refused to heal. This new person is completely different. This younger person carries a vibrant frequency that is largely unstained by the world. They do not care about the rigid rules of society. They look directly at your glowing soul instead of your physical age. The Matrix will try very hard to convince you that this dynamic is wrong. Society wants to keep you firmly trapped in conventional and boring boxes. But you are a powerful cycle breaker for your entire family line. Your romantic destiny was never meant to look normal or average. This union is deliberately designed to challenge the deeply sleeping people around you. When they see your pure joy, their limiting beliefs will completely shatter. This relationship is actually a profound spiritual ministry disguised as romance. The younger partner will bring an incredible wave of fresh energy. They will never drain your precious light like the narcissists did. Instead, they will proudly stand right beside you and amplify your massive authority. But you might feel very hesitant to accept this beautiful gift. The enemy is actively whispering terrible doubts into your tired mind right now. Gently like this video right now. Do not do it for a simple algorithm, but as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in perfect alignment. Take a deep breath and let the limiting beliefs completely fall away. Heaven is forcefully pushing you out of your old comfort zone. You must bravely embrace this unexpected blessing without any lingering guilt. However, there is a massive hidden obstacle standing in your way today. Your beautiful soul is ready for this epic love, but your physical mind is struggling. The intense spiritual warfare you survived left a very heavy fog in your brain. You find yourself overthinking every little detail and expecting the worst outcome. You are biologically stuck in a brutal survival mode. Here is what truly matters right now. The vast distance you feel is not only spiritual, there is a very real neurological layer to it. And it is entirely restorable. But you cannot fix this through more exhausting effort. You cannot heal this through a different, desperate prayer. Your willpower simply cannot reconnect what modern life violently switched off. Something from the outside absolutely has to open the blocked channel again. You need the specific restoration. Dr. Barone and his team spent 20 years building. Your broken biological receiver must be fully repaired before this partner arrives. If you stay deeply exhausted, you might accidentally push away the exact person God carefully prepared for you. The enemy desperately wants your receiver to remain permanently jammed. They know that a fully awakened chosen one is entirely unstoppable. If you unite with this younger partner while your mind is clear, the Matrix loses. The system will do everything possible to keep you highly distracted and overwhelmed. They want you too tired to recognize your own divine destiny. You must actively protect your precious energy in these final days of waiting. Stop giving your sacred attention to meaningless distractions online. Start focusing completely on repairing the heavy damage done to your mind. God is orchestrating the perfect moment for your paths to finally cross. But you must be awake and fiercely present when that exact second arrives. Your spiritual exhaustion has literally altered how your brain processes incoming joy. You are constantly waiting for the other shoe to heavily drop. When someone shows you genuine kindness, your damaged receiver assumes it is a trap. That is the tragic result of absorbing toxic energy for so many dark years. Heaven urgently wants to fix this broken mechanism inside you. God absolutely does not want you ruining this perfect match. Your past trauma is trying to sabotage your glorious future. But you have the power to stop this vicious cycle right here today. You must fully acknowledge the severe biological toll the spiritual war took on you. The fog in your mind is the very last chain you need to break. Prepare yourself for the ultimate breakthrough that is coming next. The universe is aligning the stars for your magnificent introduction. But you must take a brave step of faith to clear your mental atmosphere. I need you to listen extremely carefully to what I am about to reveal. This next truth holds the exact key to your total restoration. Your spirit is incredibly willing. Your beautiful soul is deeply eager for this profound connection, but your physical receiver is fundamentally broken. Years of carrying heavy burdens quietly switched off your natural whole brain activation. You cannot simply meditate your way out of this heavy fog. Your strong willpower is useless when the biological switch is flipped down. This younger partner is completely ready to meet you. They are carrying a vibrant frequency meant to wash away your deep sadness. But if your brain is still trapped in the heavy fog of survival mode, you will accidentally reject their pure love. The trauma physically altered your neural pathways, making you highly suspicious of genuine affection. You desperately need an outside force to reset this broken biological system. The modern matrix intentionally designed a stressful lifestyle to keep your mind fractured. God often uses the natural world to unlock the highly spiritual. There is a study that won the Nobel Prize in 1981. It did not come from a church or a seminary, but from a brilliant research laboratory. Dr. Roger Sperry proved a massive truth. He proved the two hemispheres of the human brain were designed to work in perfect sync. A neurologist in New York named Dr. Daniel Barone spent 20 years working on this. He turned that noble discovery into something you can easily use. The reason your tired mind feels foggy is not your physical age. It is definitely not your personal weakness. The two hemispheres of your brain simply fell out of synchronization. You lost the whole brain activation that was your default state at 8 years old. 98% of young children naturally have it, but fewer than 1 in 1,000 adults manage to keep it. His dedicated team compressed over an hour of clinical neural sync technology into one tool. They created a powerful 8-minute auditory sequence. You just need headphones and your eyes gently closed for 8 minutes a day. That is the entire simple requirement. This is not a brainwave. It is not a simple frequency or a guided meditation. It is complete hemisphere synchronization, which is an entirely different mechanism. A woman in California who had tried prayer and journaling for years shared her powerful story. She said that after 10 short days, a channel that had been heavily blocked was suddenly open. It opened not because she tried harder, but because the biological receiver had been fully repaired. The genius switch is truly not for absolutely everyone. It is specifically for the chosen one who understands a deeper truth. God prepared not only the divine promise, but the sharp mind that must boldly walk into it. It is for the person who has been deeply sincere for many years. You kept returning to your faith even when the hard evidence would not cooperate. Most normal people will simply scroll past. But you are miraculously still here listening to my voice. That is the exact kind of quiet persistence this tool was built for. They call it the genius switch. Respected colleagues said it would be a massive bargain even at $500. An in-person neurofeedback session is usually $300 for just one single hour. A dedicated home machine usually costs around $7,000. It was originally released to the public at $49. And today, on this specific page, it is $10 less at exactly $39. You also get 4 free companions, including a guided visualization and a printable habits infographic to support your journey. One crucial thing is highly worth naming right now. If you search YouTube or Spotify for the exact name, you will definitely find fake tracks. His team studied them thoroughly, and most had absolutely no neural sync technology embedded inside. The name is very easy to copy, but the complex mechanism is incredibly difficult to replicate. The direct page is the only verified source available, and that is exactly where the link below safely points. Do not settle for the hollow copies circulating online. This is a completely risk-free covenant. Listen just once, or listen comfortably 80 times in your own home. You have absolutely nothing to lose today. If it does not do for you what it did for 18,000 people, every single dollar returns with absolutely no conditions. So if your weary spirit resonates today, you know what to do. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. That is the only safe place it exists. Walk through the divine door with the receiver restored before this narrow window permanently closes. Some of you might be thinking you have already tried absolutely everything. You listened to popular brainwaves and tried guided meditation for many years. But those common methods only address a very tiny part of the overall picture. This is complete hemisphere synchronization. It is a completely different mechanism that produces an entirely different category of profound results. You might also look at the $39 and feel slightly hesitant. The enemy loves to use financial anxiety to block your physical healing. But a home neurofeedback machine is $7,000 today. In-person sessions run $300 for a single hour. Dr. Barone completely cut out the greedy middlemen to reach you directly. And if it does not work, after 100 listens, every single cent returns. It is a safe deposit you can easily recall, not a risky purchase. I totally understand if this feels a little too good to be true. I felt that exact same hesitation before I read the actual clinical research. Dr. Sperry won the Nobel Prize because this science is absolutely real. Whether this specific tool works for you is exactly what the guarantee answers. There are many fake tracks circulating on YouTube that carry the same name. His dedicated team studied them carefully. Most of them had absolutely no neural sync technology embedded inside. The real sequence took many years to build, which is why it only lives on his official page. We must return to the profound spiritual timeline of your romantic destiny. Heaven urgently needs your biological receiver clear for a massive reason. The younger partner God assigned to you is currently getting very close. They are actually feeling a strange magnetic pull toward your specific location today. They are actively searching for a very specific spiritual light. They do not consciously know exactly who they are looking for just yet, but their pure spirit absolutely knows the unique signature of your soul. The Matrix desperately wants to sabotage this beautiful incoming connection. The enemy will absolutely use the surprising age gap to shame you. They want you to feel deeply insecure about your current physical worth. You must forcefully reject that toxic earthly shame right now. Your beautiful soul does not have a biological birth date. The spirit inside you is entirely timeless and infinitely powerful. This younger person is seeking the immense wisdom that only you truly possess. They are utterly exhausted by the shallow people in their own age group. They are craving the deep spiritual sanctuary that your pure heart provides. But your biological receiver needs to be crystal clear to recognize them. If your mind remains deeply clouded by past trauma, you will miss the subtle signs. You might accidentally project your old painful fears onto this incredibly pure love. Heaven refuses to let your painful past ruin this perfect future. God is permanently lifting the divine quarantine off your life right now. The heavy doors that were glued shut are finally starting to unlock. You can probably feel the spiritual atmosphere changing in your physical room today. There is a sudden warmth spreading gently across your tired chest. The brutal season of being a spiritual sponge for toxic people is over. The universe is actively clearing the grand stage for your final victory. You have successfully passed the silent tests that nobody else even saw. You survived the bitter wilderness completely alone without losing your soft heart. Your incredible kindness was never a weakness. It was a rigorous, divine test, and you passed it with absolute flying colors. Your intense preparation phase has officially reached its final conclusion. The heavy spiritual armor you wore for decades is no longer strictly required. You are about to step entirely out of survival mode. You are crossing the sacred threshold into a season of overwhelming abundance. The angels are actively gathering around your frequency in this very moment. Close your eyes for just one brief second. Visualize the heavy chains of your past dissolving into pure white light. You are stepping directly into the supreme courtroom of heaven today. A massive verdict is fully prepared and ready to be delivered. Get ready to receive the absolute final decree over your romantic destiny. In the mighty name of the ultimate creator, I declare a massive shift today. I firmly declare that your long season of painful isolation is permanently destroyed. The heavy spiritual barriers holding back your true love are collapsing right now. The universe is entirely flipping the script on every person who doubted you. Heaven is officially stepping in as your fierce and ultimate defense attorney. I aggressively break every generational cycle of romantic failure over your precious life. The deep poverty of affection completely stops with you today. The bitter cycle of toxic manipulation ends right here in this exact second. You are the ultimate cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. I decree that the heavy mantle of survival mode is falling off your shoulders forever. The younger partner God prepared for you is officially released from the waiting room. They are actively walking into your current physical reality. They will instantly recognize your quiet authority the moment they look into your eyes. You will not have to forcefully convince them of your massive worth. They will clearly see the glorious masterpiece that heaven meticulously created in you. Heaven is stepping in to multiply everything the enemy cruelly stole from you. Those wicked people who whispered behind your back are currently panicking. They are about to watch God prepare a massive feast for you right in front of them. You do not have to lift a single finger to defend your precious name. Karma is currently tearing their deceptive camp apart with absolute precision. And for the chosen one who felt something deeply stir when the mind was named earlier, that divine door is still safely open in the description below. A small physical step taken from a clear mind has completely changed entire destinies. Do not let the deceptive matrix talk you out of your biological restoration today. Your massive spiritual upgrade requires a fully functioning physical receiver. The universe is actively overriding the painful delay with a mega deposit of pure love. God is handing you the golden keys to a relationship of absolute peace. This younger partner will proudly protect your sensitive energy. They will eagerly listen to your deep wisdom and honor your sacred boundaries. You will finally experience the safe sanctuary you desperately tried to build for others. You no longer have to fiercely fight for basic human decency and attention. They will aggressively pursue your bright light with pure and honest intentions. The days of you crying in your car over broken promises are permanently finished. God is wiping away every single tear you shed in lonely secret. The universe is publicly rewarding the quiet faith you maintained in the dark. Breathe out the heavy trauma of your past right now. Take a massive breath and literally blow that stale energy out of your tired body. The brutal spiritual war you fought for your bloodline has been entirely won today. You are standing on the victorious side of the deep spiritual valley. The enemy has absolutely no legal right to touch your romantic future anymore. You are stepping out of the shadows and into your supreme quiet authority. The profound love arriving is specifically tailored to heal your deepest wounds. It will feel incredibly easy and wonderfully light compared to your past. You will finally understand exactly why every single other door had to close. God was simply saving your best and most beautiful chapter for last. Your frequency is completely untouchable from this exact moment forward. The heavy chains are broken, and the divine match is fully activated. You are wildly loved, fiercely protected, and entirely chosen by heaven. Receive this massive blessing with an open heart and a completely clear mind. The universe has spoken, and your beautiful destiny is now permanently sealed. Now you must carefully understand one final rule to protect this massive blessing. When this younger partner finally arrives in your life, you must practice extreme spiritual silence. Do not run to the internet to boldly announce your new happiness to strangers. The evil eye is a very real and dangerous spiritual force in this world. You must protect this sacred union like a fiercely guarded physical treasure. The deeply sleeping people in your family will definitely try to attack the age gap. They will desperately try to project their own insecurities onto your beautiful union. They will say hurtful things because your pure joy heavily triggers their own misery. Let them completely and utterly misunderstand you. You no longer need to explain your complex soul to people committed to being blind. Silence is absolutely your greatest weapon in this new season of abundance. Calm is the ultimate expression of your supreme spiritual authority. Your pure energy is way too expensive to spend on their cheap family drama. When they question your choices, you simply smile and remain completely silent. Their toxic opinions hold absolutely zero weight in the heavenly courtroom today. You have officially entered the sacred sanctuary of quiet and unshakable authority. Do not carelessly invite toxic people to sit at your newly prepared table. Do not cast your precious pearls before swine who will only trample them. God is currently placing an invisible shield of heavy protection around your future home. You must do your physical part by maintaining very strict energetic boundaries. If this powerful message brought deep peace to your weary soul today, gently like this video as a physical act of spiritual agreement. We do not ask for likes to feed a random computer algorithm. We do it to firmly lock your specific frequency into this protective sanctuary. Subscribe to this channel so the enemy cannot intercept your future divine messages. Leave the word Amen in the comments below right now. Use it as a powerful spiritual seal to lock in your incredible new reality. Let this comment section become a physical altar of your profound gratitude. Every time you return to this video, you will remember the exact moment your life shifted. You are no longer surviving in the cold and bitter darkness. You are a beautiful masterpiece of God who has finally awakened. The younger partner coming to you will cherish the glorious light you carry. Together, you will build a legacy that completely defies the rules of the Matrix. The universe is incredibly proud of the quiet strength you maintained for so long. You walked through the blazing fire and came out entirely purified. Rest your tired mind tonight, knowing the massive battle is already won. The angels are standing guard over your peaceful sleep. The heavy burden of healing people who want to stay broken is lifted forever. You are heavily anointed, deeply protected, and finally free to experience true love. Stay silent, stay beautifully grounded, and watch heaven move powerfully on your behalf.